Hello, welcome down onto the tech desk, and in today's video we're going to be looking at this. This is the V84 from Vissles. This is a wireless mechanical keyboard. Now, if you are just starting off in looking at keyboards and you're thinking, oh, I might want to get a mechanical keyboard, I'm not sure what to do. When you start doing research, you think it's like a minefield. There are so many options, and this one is probably going to be a starter for you. So this is what's called a pre-built. So this was basically out of the box. Everything there is done for you. You can go, and we'll talk about this later in the video, go around and swap all the keys and all the switches underneath. But this one, you don't have to do that. You just buy it and it turns up like this. So this is a fantastic start. And for me, this is one of the best keyboards I've used. So we're going to go through it in the video of why this is so good. This particular model is the Pro version. It has the ABS keycaps and it has the red switches. This keyboard, and I have tested it, will work with Windows, macOS, and iOS and Android as well. So first up, we're just going to go through the box. So this is the box that comes in. Vissles keyboard, completely unassuming, white box. A little bit about it, on the back, and a few other functions on the side. Great. But then when you open up, you realise you get a few little treats with it, which is quite surprising for a keyboard that is this price. Okay, so for starters, you get this. This is the best bit about it. This is really handy. This is just like a quick start guide. Really useful, really appreciate this. So when you're just starting off with all the connections and the lights and the RGB and stuff, have this by your desk so you can see what you're doing. And then if you want to go deeper dive, you've got your instruction manual there. Fantastic. You also get yourself a nice foamy wrist rest. I don't use wrist rest, but it's nice to be able to include one of those. These are 3M pads, so they're kind of rubber on the top. When you say, as you see, I haven't used these. I'm not sure what they're for. I think they could be for the keyboard, or they could be for the wrist rest. Kind of stick them on there so they don't move around. USB Type-C cable, because it's got USB Type-C charging on the back of here. Again, I don't use that because I have a spare one over there, so I keep all these for Sunday best. And then we have the switch remover, the keycaps remover, and then it's pre-built for iOS and Mac, but you do get the Windows keys as well, so you can swap them over if you want to, if you're a Windows user. A couple of magnetic feet, which we'll talk about in a second, and then a cloth, which is really nice, full cleaning, good quality cloth as well. So plenty in the box, really nice accessories, really appreciate that. Let's quickly spin through these. These are the feet. So on the bottom of here, you can attach these onto here, so they're like magnetic feet, and it gives it, I think it's a 6-degree angle. So you pop those on the bottom. I mean, they feel like they move around a bit. Look, can you see that move around a bit? But when you've got it on the desk, it doesn't move. So if you want that up there, I personally prefer the reach over it, so I don't have those on, but you can if you want to. So there are all the accessories you get in the box, and here is the keyboard. Just talk about it. So it's a 75% keyboard. If we measure it, it is about 31.5 centimeters by 12.5 centimeters, that way, and it weighs. I love a heavy keyboard. I'm not into light keyboards. I like a good heavy, and this one is heavy. If we get it weighed, 841 grams, so it feels really good quality. It feels robust, and if I give it a shake as well, no noise from it. All very well built. As the name would suggest, 84 keys, and they are self-developed linear switches, what they call. So we'll talk about switches underneath. They self-develop them. Spinning over to the bottom, completely plain, apart from the Bluetooth switch on there. That turns the Bluetooth on and off. And then on the back, we have USB Type-C for charging. Speaking of charging, the battery is monstrous on this. Inside, it's got a 3,750 mAh battery, which will get you 180 hours worth of use, but that's without RGB. You start putting RGB on and start making it flash, and then you're going to cut those hours down. But without it, 180 hours. Fantastic. And as the name would suggest, it's an 84 key layout. And if we look along here, we have the 1 to 0 was there, and then we have an extra row on the top from F1 through to F12 with functions like brightness, play, pause functions, and the volume keys up here. And on the end, we've got print screen, pause, and escape. And down the side, a delete, home, end, page up, page down, and the arrow keys. So the keycaps themselves, these are where these tools come in. So this will take the keycaps off. If I just get one of the keys and then take it off, the keycaps are your regular type of keycaps, very nicely molded. nice and light. And then inside here we have the switches. This is what this is for, so we can take off these switches if we want to. So this is their own switch. This is the red one, and it has 2mm before trigger and 56 grams of actuation pressure on there. For me, this is perfect for when typing. This is where we're saying the difference about it being pre-built and build yourself. What you can do is you can just pop these out and start building yourself. So swap these out to a different switch. As I was saying, these are the red ones. Then all you do is you go and buy yourself some other ones, pop them into there, and you can change the keyboard. But as I'm saying, as it comes, it's a pre-built one. It will come exactly like this. And then to put it back in, just put it in. Just press it in, there you go. Another feature of this as well is this side bit. So as you can see there, it's got the plastic surround there, and it kind of covers up the bottom of the keys. This actually comes off, so all you do is you just pop that up like that. There we go, and it makes it into like a low profile kind of keyboard. And it's, you see the lights that shine out a lot more without this. I actually use it without this. So this is how I have it when I'm normally at my desk. So the typing experience, all well and good, having it low profile, having it nice, good quality. How does it actually feel when you're typing? It feels great. This is one of the best pre-built keyboards I have ever had. I've been through a lot of keyboards, mechanical and non-mechanical, and this is by far my favorite. What I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna get the mic down close to this, and we're gonna do a sound test for it. And then finally, talking about specs, what I'll do is I'll just leave the specs up there for you, just so you can go and have a look at the full specs of anything that interests you. And so this keyboard, it is Bluetooth and wired. You can have it wired on there, as we've said, and Bluetooth, so you get plenty of hours. You just switch it on there, and the way you connect Bluetooth is you hold down FN, and you either have Q, W, E, R, and T, so you can have 5 different devices at the same time. So you hold down FN, and then you hold down either Q, W, or T, and it's saved onto that. So I have my Mac saved onto the Q, so all you do is press FN and Q, and it will connect to the Bluetooth device. And if you want to swap it, FN and then W, and that will swap it to the device that you've connected it to W. Dead simple. It also has this fancy RGBs as well. So what we can do is just going to knock the lights down just so I can demonstrate the RGB a bit more. Okay, with the lights knocked down, what we can see here, and all you're going to do is press FN and home, and it cycles between kind of different RGBs. And the beauty of this thing, this is why I like this so much with this RGB, it actually shines through, so you can see the keys. You can see the keys, so you are able to type in the dock if you need to. So press FN and home, and it will rattle through all different kind of patterns, and then FN and end, and it will go through different monochrome patterns and colors as well. But for me, I just kind of leave it on either the multicolored one, the flashing one, this one. So this is the one that I leave it on. Then if you want to FN, and you have the brightness up and down. So if you just wanted to have a bit more battery life, just knock the brightness down a little bit. Then the final FN function is FN and left and right on the keyboard, and you can do the speed at which the patterns do. So a few nice RGB different configurations for you there if that's your thing. And as we said earlier, with the RGB, I have the nice RGB on, and we have the side bits on, so you can really see the colors of the keys coming through that spill past the keyboard. Another thing, a feature that this has, it actually has macro recording, or as it says there, Marco recording. So you just basically press FN and tab, and you can switch between kind of macro recordings of this, which can also be set. There is software for this, which you can download off the website, but that's just for Windows based. So fire up that, and you can change all sorts on the keyboard as well. So when I first got this keyboard, I treated it like any other keyboard that I've received. I just put it through its paces. This one has lasted the test of time, and I'm going to be sticking with this. This is a phenomenal keyboard. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you're looking for getting into the world of certainly keyboards, or certainly mechanical keyboards, having a pre-built one is a great way to start, because you're not sure yet. And what you can do with this, you can just pop the keys off, pop the switches off, change them up, and have fun changing which ones you prefer. This has plenty of features for it, as we've gone through, and a really nice typing experience. So I was always trying to find at least one negative with it. Really struggling with this keyboard because there's a lot to love. If I had to go with something, it would be this. The Bluetooth switch here is a little bit small, but literally that's it. This is a great keyboard. I'll leave links down below where you can get hold of this. Okay, do go and have a look then. There'll be more information in the description below. Please do like and do subscribe. And until the next video, bye-bye.